Hey Joanna, how are you today?
I am good, Dalisay. How are you doing?
I am not too good. I need to tell you something.
Tell me, Dalisay. I am all ears.
You see,
Before you begin, let me tell you something first. Pedro asked me to a date.
that is nice. Pedro is a nice person. About my concern,
One more thing. Did you know that I tapped the examination in math?
you know what, Joanna? You never listen. You are always too busy telling your success stories to listen to my concerns.
What do you mean?
I needed to tell you something, but you did not listen. You are not a good listener.
Then why are you talking to me now?
Good question. Why am I talking to you? It is a mistake to call you.
It is a mistake to take your call.
Sad. We have seen this situation a lot of times. Chances are, we have been in this situation. When people are in an argument, some have the tendency to make their voices louder than the other. At the end of the day, people end up shouting and shouting without accomplishing anything. Clearly, this is an example of poor communication. Poor communication happens because we are doing only half of communication. We have to remember the door swings both ways. If we want to be heard, we must also learn to hear. Communication is not only talking, it is also listening. If we begin to listen, the other person will also begin to listen. As a result, better communication is established. That is why we need to develop the skill of listening. Allow us to show you the advantages of listening and the techniques in listening effectively. 1. It helps us understand. We often complain about others, saying some people are so difficult to understand. But the question is, did we really listen to that person enough? More often than not, there is a reason behind the reason. So we need to listen real good to know the reason behind the reason. For example, if someone asks you, "Do you have 100 pesos?" The person does not really care if you have 100 pesos or not. He simply needs to borrow 100 pesos. 2. It connects us. Nobody is exempted from this. Everyone wants to be heard. If we allow them to be heard, it will allow us to build rapport, create trust, and establish connection. If we begin to listen to the other person, chances are the other person will begin to listen to us also. Then a full communication or connection will be established. 3. It gets the yes. When you establish connection and you understand the person, you will be in a better position to get the yes from the person you are talking to. Listening is probably the most cost-effective way of getting what we want in a negotiation. It is free, but it brings so many benefits for both you and the other person. Now that we appreciate the advantages of listening, allow us to show you techniques in listening effectively. 1. Be genuine. When listening, we need to understand the other person by genuinely listening. We can do this by putting ourselves in their shoes, or by putting the spotlight on them, not on us. We listen not only to the words, but also we listen to what is behind the words. 2. Nod to agree. Nodding to someone is a good sign that you are not only listening, but you are also agreeing to what the other person is saying. Just be sincere because some people can smell a mile away if the other person is truthful or not. Do not overdo nodding because you might look like a bubblehead. 3. Paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is repeating the thought the other person said in a different form. If someone says, "He is rich," paraphrasing is saying, "That is right, he is wealthy." By paraphrasing, you are sending the right message to the other person that you are genuinely listening. Do not overdo paraphrasing if you do not want to appear like a trained parrot. 4. Ask questions. The feeling of being heard is good enough. But the feeling of someone interested to what you are saying is amazing. When we ask questions, we are actually saying we are interested in what the other person has to say. Chances are, the other person will reciprocate and will listen to you as well. Let us summarize the techniques in how to listen effectively. 1. Be genuine. We will always be sincere in listening. 2. Nod. By nodding, we are saying we are listening to the other person. 3. Paraphrasing or saying what the other person said in a different form. 4. Ask questions. By asking questions, we send the message to the other person that we are interested in what he or she is saying. Maybe, if we all learn to listen, we will make this planet a better place to live in.
Hey, Juana. Thank you for listening to me. Now I feel better.
I am always ready to listen to you.